presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make up money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come, he don't talk on slave shit. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. After you sold niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King's dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gifted the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UVK, told me the Lord of War. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute, my brother got life, and some high still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck preparation, can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shot on my life. I wanted to be a gangster like a god. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't nothing you honor, ain't he murdered five of them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice ages. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family with the gang, don't know I'm black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they went with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be true. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep.
Waking up the dead.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Take a second, we reflecting with the life, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be right now, that's a height. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining work. Someday you'll pay the price. No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough and recreate the flow. They think they making though what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? It's a damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man, I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pushy. A different discipline. Brooklyn existed in this New York state of mind. Say six, not no, not the act of break the year we said, but not one thing in mind to grind until the scaffold turn this work some murk from Babel. You know that you are. Just hold it tight to me. You know that you are. Front lines of 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built on God bones. So I can't love Esau, and I can't fuck with y'all. I ain't gotta say it twice. You vouching for the enemy, but look, my father ain't have a father cause of dope. I'm anti-politics cause Christ died from a vote. How the richest nation locked the homeless up for being cold. How ironic they relating smoking weed to getting stoned. You trim your ways and seek they love. I'ma bring this sword back wet with a vesta dipped in blood. Niggas giving up when they don't even give enough. Going nowhere fast, niggas always in a rush. I give them up cause my brothers lost. Christians eat. Yo. Give a fuck if you niggas frost, man, we been the coldest. Y'all serve your honey and he ain't never folded. And find me up at the top with the crown molded. And I been tried through the fire and I was found golden. Niggas thought we was lost, but we was bound stolen. We the cream of the crop and you the semi-colon. Pause. This a flawless victory. And we gon' run with the Lord for a couple centuries. This shit is big to you, for me it's elementary. Schoolmaster, all about my history. You a Christian, lower than a centipede. Watered down niggas, I ain't never chased my Hennessy. I keep it trill, but you a liability. Grown man business, call it heavy artillery. I keep it trill, but you a liability. Grown man business, call it heavy artillery. I keep it trill. Never trust a bitch born on her birthday. Never seen a real nigga that's her first take. I'm a shit talker, I got wordplay. Yeah, I'm in the UP tennis with the shirt say. Shooter David on me, I ain't Jewish though. I don't like Christian spirit, they just prove me wrong. You ain't in the truth, nigga, prove me wrong. I don't fuck with any type of bitch, she already hoes. Yeah, price going up. There ain't tequila in the bottle when you pour it up. Like the gamble, I'm casting lots. Man, you ain't in the field, you a mascot. I want a natural bitch, fuck a cash dog. She know she gotta be in order with me, I'm an asshole. I'm sure but this ain't savage life. I'm what every bitch crave, I'm the appetite. Gonna be problems from the start. What's the one west? People thinking the script's the only thing we holding down, but they ain't been with the UBK when we go to ground. One's in another day to tell a story, know it now. Shamar tighter than you pussy niggas that wanna clown. Keep on playing these fucking games and you'll be terrified. When we take shots like you to range and now you paralyzed. You ain't wanted it with the gang, don't be verified. We do one thing is for the cane, so we sterilize. We ain't affiliated with none of y'all cause they're alive. Bitch, I can call answers to do my bit and there you die. Forget my brother 77 times 7 times. Either get with it or get gone and sabotage. I can build a mountain out of molehill. Man having no skill, teach him how to soul here. Can rock ice, cause your boy got a cold quill. 100 yards from the whole field, but a nigga got no chill. I'm keeping it true. T-R-E-A-L-R-T-R-I-double-L. I'm a fighter that never fails. You a liar that never fails. The Messiah's alive and well. Vaginas that gotta smell. We retire like golden gals. The body back, total vision, neurotic. Loving you are presence to your possession. You're melodic. We only fuck with the message. You're exotic. We don't fuck with the help. The border, we show them the belt. Give them 100 more lashes for talking none of they breath, bitch.
Shalom Israel, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barak Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shamor Allah Thun Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. This the ISUBK started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, up under Commander General Yana. And we got a special one for y'all today. I got with me Priest Officer 500 Karatazai.
Hey, Shalom Lord Christ.
And Priest Officer 500 Natazai.
Shalom Lord Christ.
I'm Priest Officer 50 Karanya Island. It's the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. And basically what we going over tonight is we going over this memorial feast day called the Hanukkah, or better known as the Feast of Dedications. And basically we're gonna get into the history of this feast day, and we're gonna show the origins of it and why we still hold this feast day. Adewanyum, as usual. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some heavy hitters. The water for tapping in class with me. Chime in whenever y'all want to. You feel me? And without further ado, we're gonna get it started. Now, basically, what's going on is right now. This is what the third day of the memorial, the feast of dedication, and this is basically a feast day about us conquering our enemies at a certain point in time, which was the Greeks. You understand? And a lot of people don't actually understand where this feast day comes from, or they don't know the origins of it. And mainly it's because of the Christian church. The Christian church will sit up here and tell you that the Old and New Testament, mainly the New Testament, is really the only scriptures that you should tap into. But that's a damn lie. Today, we going into the Apocrypha, which is 16 books that was taken directly out of the middle of the Holy Scriptures, basically just to confuse the world on what's going on throughout the history. The Bible is a history book, and we're going to prove that tonight with a lot of scriptures that Christianity will never show you. You understand? If you could, Adawan, could you please go to First Maccabees, the first chapter?
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, Salakia, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Right. So let me give you a little bit of context before I go into the history of who Alexander actually really is. This damn devil, this devil was an Edomite. This was a so-called Caucasian, right? And he basically is the first cracker to rule for these white people in history. This is why when you go to school, they teach you about Alexander the Great, which this damn demon lived about 350 years before Christ ever walked the planet Earth, right? But the reason why these devils basically worship this dude is because this evil, wicked bastard was literally the first cracker to rule on planet Earth, and to give these devils basically some type of pride about themselves. Before Alexander the Great, man, these damn devils, they had no history. They had no history of rulership. They had no history of being nobody of any importance to the earth. You understand? And I'm gonna let the Ottawa read a little bit of history about him, and then I'm gonna go into the Wikipedia about this same dude to show you that this is documented throughout history, and these scriptures prove emphatically that this is the same Alexander that's in this book. Continue, Baba Kashan, sir.
Yeah, right. And if I may too, you know what
I'm
saying?
saying? Go ahead.
You know, there's a lot of Christians out there. They literally don't know what the Apocrypha is. This is the Apocrypha right here. This is the 16 books that he was talking about that was took out of the Bible. And if you got a 1611 Bible, which I got right here as well, Salakia, you know what I'm saying? This comes with the Apocrypha. This is a 1611. It comes with the Apocrypha inside. They took the Apocrypha out, I think like 1860 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometime in the 1800s or 17th century, they took the Apocrypha out right before they abolished slavery. You understand?
Right.
I'm pretty sure we all know why they did that. Right up until the point where they abolished slavery, they took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. They took the 16 books out of the Bible. So if you got a 1611 version, you will be able to read the Apocrypha. If you don't, you have to just buy one online like how we did. You know what I'm saying? And why this is so important is because when you read the Bible, we come straight out of the Assyrian captivity in the Old Testament, and then you just jump straight in the New Testament, and then now the Jews or the Israelites under the Roman authority, they're under the Roman captivity. But what happened in between that? It didn't tell you how they got in that captivity, and they just jumped straight from the Assyrian into the Roman. So that's why it's so important to have the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're able to tell and you're able to understand what happened in between. You understand? And that's pretty much. Go ahead, Kratza.
If I could, because the Apocrypha is also from the Old Testament. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you'll read in the book of Daniel of how it talks about these beasts that Daniel had visions of. Or you read in Daniel the second chapter, it talks about the dream of Nebuchadnezzar and these nations that will rise up, and you'll get the breakdown and see. Okay, I know that the head of gold is the Babylonian Empire, the Chaldean Empire. I know that the chest of silver is the Persian Empire. Then I know about the stomach of bronze and that being the Greek Empire. And so then you're like, okay, but then you go throughout your history and see like where does it talk about the Greek Empire ruling? You see in the book of Daniel it talks about the Persians ruling. You see in the book of in the New Testament it talks about the Romans ruling. It talks about like throughout the whole history of it. Throughout the whole Bible, it talks about our history and what happened in those captivities, and they took out these particular books to prevent you from knowing about the Greek captivity and many other captivities that went on, because they really take pride in Alexander. That's why they call him Alexander the Great, because what he did, like how Cornelius was saying, he was one of the first ones to come into authority at the time, and he did it so fast and knocked down a world power, which was the Persians. You see what I'm saying? Like you had that movie, what's that movie with them dudes? They try to make them like they so strong. 300, right? Like they made a movie about them. That was really such a small victory. Them Persians was really like ruling the world at that time. Yeah. And they take pride at the fact that Caucasians came in and now we are the world power. And they took that out. So you don't know about Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? You don't know about how a Judite came and demolished what Alexander the Great set up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And just to piggyback off of what y'all both said, I don't want you as far as like the Apocrypha being taken out of the Bible. On Wikipedia, it says the Apocrypha was in every Christian Bible up until 1828. So, like you were saying, sir, like right before the abolishment of slavery, the Apocrypha was fully intact with the Bible. So these books that we read out of, this is literally smack dab in the middle of the Old Testament. And like you were saying, sir, like it wouldn't even make sense for you to not read the Apocrypha, because this is a big gap of history missing out of the scriptures. But you have all type of other books that corroborate with the Apocrypha that proves this book to be true.
Right, and then one more thing before I read too, and like for people who be saying the Bible is a made up, is rewritten, is made up. Alexander was an actual person, like Roger said. Nigga, they take pride in what he did. Like this nigga conquered the whole world in 12 years. This nigga conquered the world at 20 years old and conquered it when he was 32 and died at 32. Like this nigga was raw. You know what I'm saying? So they take, but he was a warlord. I ain't gonna say he was raw, but he was a warlord. You know what I'm saying? They take pride in him. He was an actual person. You know what I'm saying? And a few names that we're going to get into in the Apocrypha, they was actual people. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, you know, like the Kemet and all them, they were like, show me Joseph graveyard. Show me Moses. Where is he buried at? I can show you I can show you King Tut and they burial and all that garbage. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they didn't took the history away. You know what I'm saying? Nobody know where they buried that because they didn't took the goddamn history away. They don't want us to know nothing about our history.
Right. But yes, if I could sidebar, add one more thing, or I ain't gonna do this too much. Salaki.
No, go ahead.
Antiochus, and I don't want to bring this out too early, but I gotta say it because you said that Antiochus made it a point to destroy our history. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he made it a point to this, like that was his whole thing. Was I'm gonna bring it out when we get to him, but that was one of his whole things. Was like, I'm going to destroy the history of the Jews. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say.
Damn right, sir.
Okay, hell yeah.
Nah, damn right, sir. So, whenever you get it, sir, sure.
I'm gonna keep on reading. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 2. And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Look, this damn devil was blessed with these swords. Salakia. If I may too, right? I'm gonna just give you the precept on what Alexander did. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live. This is Esau, the forefather of every Caucasian on planet Earth. He got a blessing from his father, which was a servant of the Lord, that he was going to live by the sword. You understand? He was going to obtain everything that he got in the world through violence. And I'm going to continue. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Look, King David had these damn Edomites in slavery and servitude up under him. And when they got the dominion, they broke the yoke off of their neck, and these damn devils start running rampant through the earth and killing and slaughtering everything on planet Earth. If you look at any Caucasian in history that obtained land, they always called great conquerors. Alexander the Great, which we're reading about now. We're going to read about Antiochus in a minute. Well, Christopher Columbus. All these damn devils, all they do is rape, rob, and pillage the planet Earth because the Lord has blessed them with the sword. This is the only way that they could obtain glory, riches, wealth. You understand? All they do is rape, rob, and murder. Like me and my rib right now, we are currently, we done went back to HBO and we watching The Sopranos. Like them damn Romans did the same damn thing back in ancient Rome and in America when they came over here and started the mafia or whatever they call it. You understand? But go ahead, son.
Yeah, then one more thing too. And another reason why he was blessed with the sword, he able to do what he do because he wasn't promised no land. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what's so heavy about the Maccabees and explaining who Alexander was, he was the first one to come out them caves, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
and conquer the original people of Greece. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not like the European man is not the original people of Europe. That's not that
Right.
they was not promised any land on this planet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're the only people on this land, on this planet that wasn't promised anything from God, except he was going to live by the sword. And when they came out them caves, oh man, they caused hell on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep on reading. We're going to explain what Alexander did.
Go ahead, sir.
And it said, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him.
Right. So if I may, sir, it say he went throughout the earth and took spoils of many nations, so the earth was quiet. And look, didn't nobody want no smoke with Alexander. Everybody they got the wrath of him and literally just sat back like, yeah, I'm cool, bro. Like them Caucasians, boy, them Macedonians, them niggas be tripping, man. We might as well just go ahead and tuck our tail, pay tribute to these niggas, and hope that we can live in harmony, because them niggas is too much for us. It said the earth was quiet before him. That means then nobody even speak bad about this damn devil after he did what he did. Man, you know how much you gotta do to the whole world that nobody wants to retaliate for you taking and conquering a land? Man, them niggas was gifted in war. Just like I just read in Genesis, the 27th chapter. Like, nigga, they blessed with the sword. This how they live. Don't nobody want to smoke with the Caucasian today. You understand? Right. Like, people getting fed up with the Caucasian today, but at the same time, man, look, ain't nobody really waged war against the Caucasians as a whole. That's why they still running planet Earth right now, because them niggas is wicked as hell and they will do anything to rape, rob, and pillage your nation. So,
right. And if I may too, like this, like it said the earth was quieter before him. Like, this nigga's a bully. That's like, nigga, you ever seen Friday, nigga, Debo walk up, as soon as they see him coming on that bike, niggas like, damn, nigga, them niggas quiet. What Smokey say? Yeah, I'm quiet with him, but when he leave, I'll be talking again. Like, what mean quiet before the earth? Like, that nigga he's a bully, nigga. That nigga, he had the whole earth shook. You know what I'm saying? When he came from, like, and people seen what he did to Japhet, and then he went from Japhet. Like, you gotta think about it. This nigga came all the way out of Europe, came into our land. I don't even want to go yet. You know what I'm saying? This nigga came all the way from Europe to Jerusalem to do what he did to us. I'm going to just keep reading, though. I don't want to jump into it too early.
And Shalaki is third too, if I may, right? Mm-hmm. It's heavy what you say, mentioning him conquering Japheth first. If you actually look at the original people of those lands, which is the Tongans, Samoans, and Aboriginals, like, nigga, Tongans play rugby, bro, for fun. These are some hard, big, strong type of niggas. You feel me? And for people to conquer these type of
No,
man,
that's
them
right.
niggas is retardedly strong, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that's right.
I'm from East Oakland. I grew up with hella Tongans and Samoans. Don't nobody really want to fight them niggas for real, for real. They hella big. You feel me? Them niggas hella strong, and they come from a background of doing all type of weird ass sports that will damn near kill you, nigga. The Macedonians conquered them niggas.
Yep.
You understand? Like them niggas is a different type of heathen, bro. I'm telling you, you feel me? They already huge. You know what I'm saying? These niggas do all type of weird stuff as far like UFC fighting. That comes from these same people. You understand? Like you, the Edomite is so skilled at war. He conquered people that thrive off of hand-to-hand combat and being in the damn woods with just a towel wrapped on them and fighting each other for fun. I think, man, these damn Edomites was vicious, bro. It's a
No,
lot.
you got to look at, and then you got to think about it just like him conquering the Arabs. Like the Arabs think that looking down a barrel of a gun, they going to heaven. Like, and
Right.
he conquered them. He conquers
Right.
them every day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I will keep reading. And it said, and he gathered a mighty strong host and
Right.
ruled over countries and
Mhm.
nations and kings who became tributaries unto him.
Man, look, this damn devil smashed on the whole world and made them niggas pay taxes to him
Yeah.
annually. You understand? And literally look at what's going on today, us living in America. Nigga, we gotta pay rent every damn month. You gotta pay your taxes every year. You understand? These damn devils, they do the same thing because they know their history. They gonna keep making everybody in the world tributaries towards them. You understand?
Mhm.
Like America literally pays taxes to Israel every year. You understand? Not to mention America is taxing their own citizens. You understand? Like this is how the Edomite get down. He gonna bully you, he gonna slaughter you, and then he gonna make you his slave. You understand? So Lappy, go ahead, sir.
God, and it said, and after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive.
Mm-hmm.
These same servants was his top generals. Salaki, sir. These same servants was his top generals that actually helped him conquer the world. And he's sitting on his
Right.
deathbed and knowing he about to die. So he ported his kingdom to all these niggas that helped him conquer the world. Keep going, Baba Rashad one.
Keeping it in the family. You know what I'm saying? And it said,
Right.
so Alexander reigned 12 years and then he died.
Now, Salaki, if I may too, sir, I'm gonna get into some of this Wikipedia about this Alexander that just so happens to be in the Bible. And I'm gonna go to an outside source to prove to you that these scriptures is 100% facts. This is a history book. This ain't no spooky religious book that niggas just be reading and we think some divine weird stuff is going on. Now, this is literally a history book of what happened to our ancestors from back in those times, and a book of prophecy that's giving us knowledge on what's going to happen in the future. So I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read a little bit about Alexander. I'm gonna hit a couple key points that's gonna corroborate all 7 of them scriptures that you just read, sir.
And before you start too, man, look,
Go ahead, sir.
he conquered the whole world in 12 years.
Right,
It took America to do it. It took them a couple hundred years to do it. You know what I'm
right,
saying? He did it in a generation. You know what I'm saying? He did it in a decade. Damn near.
right.
That's, you know how much, man. You know how much pillaging you got to do it. Man, that's crazy. That's heavy right there.
If I could add real quick,
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir, please.
Alexander comes from warfare. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He was birthed in warfare. When Alexander didn't be like because me and Thapa one, if you know into then it's like a little promo Tune into Practical Knowledge, man. Thought one, we did a class on Alexander.
Fact.
Alexander, he comes from generals, right?
Right.
So when he wasn't at war, he felt his life was boring. You see what I'm saying? He felt his life was boring. And also, well, how you brought out about the history, they bring up they like their history books show, and they talk about Alexander. This Bible and this Apocrypha included, which is the Bible, is Black, Hispanic, and Native American history. So while all this was going on, so you can read about this in the history books at your school, at your class, and go to your nearest library. While all this was going on, the Bible is going to tell you what you were, where you were at this point in time, what your people was doing at this point in time. You see what I'm saying? This is our history book as far as Israelites or Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I mean?
Nah, damn right, sir. Damn, not like well put, Adawan. You feel me? Like you so right. You know what I'm saying? And just to piggyback off what you saying, you feel me? Like these Christian churches, like there is no brotherhood in there. Like them niggas is not sitting up here telling us what's actually going on with our people, right?
Right.
You just gonna sit up here and hear a prosperity sermon and they gonna sing and dance for you and all that weird stuff, but they not really gonna sit up here and tell you like this Bible is your history book, just like you just said, sir. Like when we go to these oppressor school, man, you're going to learn about Alexander the Greek. You like it. Everybody, like I got a nephew. This little nigga is 13. I asked him like, you know who Alexander the Great is? He like, yeah, we reading about him in school. I'm like, you know he in the Bible, right? He like, no, he ain't. Man, I read the first book of Maccabees, the first chapter to him. He like, that's the same dude. Then I read to him the Wikipedia to corroborate like the years and the time frame on him being actually this same dude. And my nephew was shocked.
Right.
He was shocked. I'm like, nephew, like they teaching you history on what happened with them because they conquered us in war. I asked him, I'm like, have you ever heard that the winner of the war is writing the history? He like, yeah, I heard something like that. I'm like, the only reason why they're teaching you about the great men of their nations is because these are the men that helped them conquer us. If you actually get into these scriptures, they gonna tell you, like you just said, sir, exactly where you was at and what you was doing when all of this was going on, and it's all gonna line up.
Right. We gonna use their book or their history to verify our book, because a lot of people try to say, oh, it's not, you know what I'm saying, the Bible's not real, or it's been tampered, this is that. And this is why we use your history to verify what our history. You see what I'm saying? We don't need it, of course, in its truth, because we know, but for the debatable circumstances, or for the world to know, it's like, okay, during this time, the Bible is talking about Alexander at this time, at the same time you saying that this went down.
Right.
So now debate that. You know what I mean? So that's all I gotta say on that.
Damn right, sir. Like, you feel me, man? Most High Christ and the water again, sir, for tapping in and getting down with us, man. And I'm sure they gonna be seeing a lot more of you on this Sacramento channel. You feel me? I appreciate you for this one, sir. For sure, you feel me? But yeah, like I was saying, like heavy points, sir. You feel me? But I'm gonna get into a little bit of this Wikipedia about Alexander, right? So this is the Wikipedia on Alexander the Great, which we call him the Greek. Wasn't nothing great about this damn devil to us.
Right.
This nigga was an evil, wicked bastard that put our people in turmoil and poverty and basically set his people over us to oppress us for many years, right? Okay, it says Alexander II of Macedon, right? It says he was born the 20th or the 21st of July, 356 BC. Now, this damn cracker lived on planet Earth about 350 years before Yahushua Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. They're teaching you about this damn devil in school that lived about 350 years before Christ, but they'll never teach you about Christ in school, or they will never tell you that Christ was a black man, right?
Right.
It says he died the 10th or the 11th of June, 323 BC. Commonly known as Alexander the Great, was an ancient Greek king. Was a king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon. Now we just read in the scripture that he was the first to rule over Greece, and he was a Macedonian. We just read this in the Bible. The Wikipedia is literally lining up with the scriptures. I'm gonna continue. A member of the Agri dynasty, he was born in Pella, a city in ancient Greece, in 356 BC. He succeeded his father, King Philip II, to the throne at the age of 20. Salakia, if I may. First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip. These are the same two crackers that we reading about in these scriptures.
Right.
This is literally telling you that these are the same two people in on this Wikipedia page. And they say the Bible is not a history book. Man, that's a damn lie. Your Christian pastor is a goddamn joke. You understand? Salakia. And it says he succeeded his father, Philip II, to the throne at the age of 20. Man, this dude was a young man, and he basically became king of the world, Salakia, king of Greece at age 20, and spent most of his ruling years conducting a lengthy military campaign throughout Western Asia and Northeast Africa. Meaning, this nigga conquered Persia and all of those lands around there, and he conquered Northeast Africa, which is Egypt, and a couple of other countries, Salakia. But basically, the superpowers of the world at that time, this damn cracker conquered them. And I'm gonna read that again. Verse 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. Man, look, we read on the Wikipedia page that this damn devil literally is doing exactly what the Bible is telling you that he did, right? It says, by the age of 30, he had created one of the largest empires in history, stretching from Greece to Northeast India. He was undefeated in battle and is widely considered to be one of the greatest and most successful military commanders. And the reason why these damn devils call him the most successful military commander is because this is literally the first cracker to put these damn Edomites on the map throughout history. They've been trying for a long time, but they did not get what they wanted until Alexander jumped on the scene and he used all his tactics with the homosexuality he had going on and all the rest of the wicked nonsense that he had going on to conquer the planet Earth, right? And I don't know if y'all can see, but they got a statue of this damn cracker right there. Now, if you can see that statue, you know that that's a damn devil. That's a Caucasian, a hook-nosed demon. You hear me? I'm gonna read a little bit more on him, just so I can finish corroborating up to verse 7, so we can give y'all a little bit of history on how this is the exact same person, right? Okay, Salakia. Let me see. Okay, right here. Okay, it says on either 10 or 11 June 323 BC, Alexander died in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar II in Babylon at age 22. Salakia, if I may. It says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then he died. Man, this nigga became the king of Greece at 20, and then he died at 32 years old, according to the Wikipedia page that I just read. And also in the scriptures, it says, First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 7, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then he died. From 20 years old to 32 years old is 12 years. This damn devil reigned 12 years and then he died. These scriptures is accurate with history. As far as this being a religious book, I don't know what the hell they talking about. Salakia. This is a book of history. This is a book of true facts and historical evidence that everything in these scriptures are absolutely 100% correct.
That damn right.
Salakia, I'm done on that. If y'all want to chime in, Adewanya, please be my guest. Get down.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep reading before we read though, and that's why you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, remembering the feast of dedication and how Hanukkah is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they remember Alexander the Great. They
Right.
remember Antiochus. They remember Christopher Columbus and all the wars they won. You know what I'm saying? Then let's remember, you know, our brothers and sisters that won war, our brothers that won wars. You understand, that didn't compromise their integrity and you know what I'm saying, turn the other cheek and want to love the oppressor and sit at the table of brotherhood with every goddamn nation. You know what I'm saying? That's what's the whole point of us celebrating the conquer. Today is Tuesday Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You with like Black, Hispanic, Native American, we got to learn how to start having brotherhood again. You understand? And how we gonna do that is by going back into like the scriptures say. What's the scripture say? The things is written aforetime is written for our learning. I'm paraphrasing.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
You got to go back and you got to read. You got to go back and want to know this information. You got to go back and read this information and see what type of people, you know what I'm saying, what type of people you come from, you descend from, the type of spirit that they have. You got to take on that same spirit, man. You understand? Like right now, we only at Alexander right now, but we gonna get into some brothers that was hardcore and that was really about the work of the Lord, man. You understand that did something that the heathens couldn't do, that did something that the Persians couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? The Medes couldn't do, and everybody else that Alexander the Great conquered. Even though we was one of the people he conquered, we gonna go into some brothers that actually did something, man, because they cared about their people. You understand? But I'm gonna keep reading.
Okay.
And it say, okay, yep. Verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then he died, and his
Right.
servants bare rule every one in his place. And after
Right.
his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right. So when Alexander died, the generals that he parted his kingdom to, these niggas start putting crowns upon themselves and calling themselves kings. You understand? And not only did they do it, they passed down these crowns and kingdoms to their sons. And it says many evils were multiplied in the earth, meaning these niggas start getting wickeder and wickeder and wickeder on planet Earth and doing all type of manner of evil towards all the nations on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
If I could, I'm gonna break it down.
Go ahead.
Break it down to you like this. Look, it's like Alexander had his position, right?
Right.
And you know how when you in a position of power, it's always somebody that feels that they can do your job better than you, or they
Right.
feel like I would have had did it like this, or I want to do it like that, right? So Alexander, knowing these people, growing up with them, said, "Look, you know, he divided his kingdom as somebody should do when you are on your deathbed, divided his kingdom up, and so what they did when they say they put crowns on their head, that means they took authority. They divided up the kingdom, right? They divided up the known world at that time, and they set themselves as the ruler of that known world. So so it would be a general that was a general in Alexander's army. He would now say, "I'm the king of Egypt, Egypt, or that sector, or this sector." They divided up his kingdom, and now they put crowns on them head. They became rulers, and now we finna get into what Antiochus did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I could, I want to give one precept because the brother said Psalm Romans 15:4. I see that how the thing is written aforetime are written for our learning, and if y'all could pull me two precepts real quick.
What you need?
Proverbs. Somebody give me Proverbs chapter 2, and somebody give me Ecclesiasticus 1. Right? These things are written for our learning, so this is our wisdom, right? Scriptures tell you in the book of Deuteronomy that this Bible is your wisdom. And if you follow the things of this Bible, people will look at you as a great and wonderful nation, right? So, but what do you have to do to get the wisdom? You see what I'm saying? How do I grasp this wisdom? How do I understand what this wisdom is? You got to go to these scriptures, right? Let's get it. Give me Proverbs. Let's start at verse 1.
Come, sir. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, verse 2, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thy heart unto understanding.
So you start listening for the wisdom, and you start applying your mind to get the understanding of this wisdom. Keep going.
Verse 3. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and lift up thy voice for understanding.
Right. So that what's that? What is that saying? You gotta pray for this. You gotta want this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what they're talking about in the book of Maccabees. I want to know what they're talking about in the book of Genesis with Noah and all that type of stuff. I want to know what these things are. So you pray to the Lord for it, right? Keep going.
Verse 4. If thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures.
You gotta seek it out. You gotta search for her as a hidden treasure. If somebody told you, I got $1 million in my backyard, buried somewhere, somebody gonna be in your backyard night and mother effing day, digging up holes to find that $1 million.
Right.
That's the same way you gotta dig and search for the treasure of the Lord, the wisdom of the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Keep going.
Sir. Verse 5. Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God.
Then you understand. Because it says, there's also a precept that says the kingdom of the heaven comes not by observation. So that means you're going to have to fight and put in work to get this kingdom of heaven. Just like you're going to have to fight and put in work to get this wisdom. Now give me Ecclesiasticus.
Sir. Damn right, sir. Heavy precept.
Like this wisdom ain't just going to fall in your lap. That's what a lot of Christians do. They just think this is going to fall in their lap. These things that are written aforetime, history, you have to go back and read it. Research it. You know what I'm saying? Seek it out. Want it for yourself. And then the Lord will give it to you. You see what I'm saying? It's not the other way around. The Lord serves you. Oh, Lord, give it to me, and then I'll come do this. No, you gotta put forth your brick in, and then the Lord will give it to you. You see what I'm saying? Like you in the Christian church, you come from that background, it done manipulated your mind and thinking that, oh, God serves me. When actually you serve God, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the Ecclesiasticus 1 and 1.
Sir. You said 1 and 1?
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1 and verse. Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus?
In the Apocrypha.
Sir. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1 and verse 1. The prologue of the wisdom of Jesus, the son of Sirach.
Drop down to the verse.
Huh?
Drop down to the verse.
Oh, Salakia, sir. What you want? 1 and 2?
No, 1 and 1, because it's gonna give you the prologue, but then it's gonna give you all wisdom.
Oh, let me go ahead and get it out.
I'll read it for time's sake. Ecclesiastes chapter 1. All wisdom comes from the Lord.
Right. Keep going.
And is with him forever.
Right. All wisdom coming from the Lord and is with him forever. So just how it's how Proverbs, so you got to seek it out and search it out. You're going to have to come humble yourself and come into the Lord and gain this wisdom. You see what I'm saying? It's going to come. That's the only way you're going to be considered a wise man in this earth. You see what I'm saying? It comes from the Lord. And through thy precepts, we get understanding. This is Psalms 119. We get understanding of the Lord's wisdom. And you know what I'm saying? That's how we benefit off of this. It's your history, Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then and if I may too, especially in Proverbs, what you just brought up was so heavy. And just to think about it, the Christian, being a Christian, you forfeit the truth being a Christian. You forfeit the truth being religious. Just think about it. School, going to school is mandatory. If you don't send your kids to schools and they don't go to social studies and math class and all that, nigga, you might potentially go to jail for it if they don't go to school. You know what I'm saying? And you forfeited the truth by wanting to sit at the table of brotherhood with your oppressor just to go to school and get told a goddamn lie. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching the truth about who the Maccabees was or the truth about what Alexander actually did in schools. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching the truth about Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And you forfeit that right when you want to sit at the table of brotherhood with your oppressor. Because then guess what's
Right.
gonna happen? When you sit at the table with them, you know what I'm saying, eat with them, eventually if they decide that they don't want to feed you, then guess what? You out of luck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what we did by being Christians, man. You understand? We gave up all right. We forfeited everything that the Lord gave us by being religious, man. You understand? Like you nigga, if you don't go to school and get the education that they give you, or take your children to school, get the education, you will go to jail. If they miss too
Right.
many days on that, you will go to jail. You know what I'm saying? The whole time that you sending them to school to get told a goddamn lie. You understand? You sending them to school to get told a goddamn lie, man. That's why the Israelite school, Universal Practical Knowledge, is called the Israelite school. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
Here you get told the truth, and we've been teaching the truth since 1969 under Commander
Damn right.
Giuliani. And you
Right.
come in with like what's John 8:32 say? John 8:32 say, "You shall know the truth, and it shall set you free." This is
Right.
the
Right.
truth that it's talking about. You understand? It's not talking about the sparkles in the air and some white dude with sandals on in the sky up there with Hitler and grandmama and your dead cousin. That's not what this Bible is talking about. This is not a novel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is not none of that, man. This is actual history. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
you live in history right now. Like what you
Mhm.
living right now is going to be in the Bible and a continuation of the Bible. You understand? But yeah, I don't want to get sidebar and all that. But yeah, man, what you just bringing out was so heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're like they just celebrated Thanksgiving, and they teaching the kids in the school that the Pilgrims didn't come over here and murder anybody. They teaching
What?
that everybody sat down at the table and they were just love. You know what I'm saying? They teaching in
Mm.
the school system that the transatlantic slave trade is called the transatlantic migration. Like niggas just
Right.
came over here and just wanted to come here and wanted to be indentured servants.
We came over here like this, like yeah, just take us. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
that's what they and you will go to
Right.
jail because it's mandatory school if you go to jail for not being taught that. And that's why, like you said, you gotta humble yourself and you gotta come back to learning the truth of God because your whole life since you was a kid, your grandmama whole life, their entire life, they never learned the truth according to this Bible, man. Nobody
Right.
learned it. You understand? That's why it's so important to come in here and sit in these classes and be retaught. You know what I'm saying? Be born again. You know what I'm saying? But with Salakia.
Nah, damn right. Out of Wanyum. Hey, heavy points. Heavy points out of Wanyum, man. That's a fact. Like y'all own it.
Come, Most High Christ. Back at Maccabees, right?
Comic Con.
What was we at?
I believe we at
10.
10, sir.
Yeah.
Or you can start at 9.
All right, Con. It's Maccabees, First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there
Like
came
yeah, Con. Like the Adawan just said, like these damn devils then basically got into what's the word I'm looking for? And
Position of power.
They didn't got in positions of power and like how you said, sir, like they didn't got into Salakia and damn, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but basically they basically like try to see who can rule better than Alexander and basically put themselves in positions of power to be called kings or rulers over certain areas. And basically what they did, they basically seen like, man, look, I'm gonna rule more better than him. Which of course, if they ruling, it's going to be evil. This is why I say the evils was multiplied upon earth because these niggas didn't put themselves in positions of power and they just started doing more evil and more wicked stuff over time. You understand? Continue.
right, and if I may too, you got to just
Go
put it
ahead.
into modern terms. Like America pretty much did exactly what Alexander the Great did. They conquered everybody on this planet. They
Right.
dropped bombs on the Japanese, and you know what I'm saying, they beat the Koreans in the Korean War. They run World War One war. They did defeated everybody, and no matter where they go, evil's always gonna multiply in this earth. No matter
Right.
where America go. I mean, not America, but the oppressor. No matter where the oppressor go, evil's gonna get multiplied. They came over here and killed 77 million Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? They went to Africa, nigga murdered 100 million black people just on the way over here, put drugs in our community,
Right.
let dogs chase us and maul us to death, hung us on trees from city to city. They went to South Africa, killed them off and started naming themselves South Africans. You know what I'm saying? They was killing the Aborigines in Australia for sport. It don't matter where these people go, evil's gonna multiply. You understand? And that's why another reason why a lot of people in countries didn't want the Jewish man around. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, like a Jewish man got kicked out of every single country he ever been in. Every European country that the Jewish man ever been in, they kicked him out because wherever he went, evils was multiplied. This nigga was drugs, cigarettes, porn, get violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, look how America was founded. You know what I'm saying? No matter where your oppressor go, evils is gonna be multiplied, man. They got they got the same spirit as Alexander and his generals, and they got this. America has the same exact spirit, man. You understand?
If I could, because look, they look to their history, right, and they get inspired. It inspires them, as it should. It's their history. You know what I'm saying? They see, oh, Alexander did it like this. He kept their foreign necks like that. Okay, I want to run it the same way. They wicked. You know what I'm saying? And now, you as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, you should be observing your history and get inspired. You see what I'm saying? And get inspired to do the same things as we're about to read about the brother Maccabees, or do the same things as you read about a brother Josiah or brother Moses, or have the same dedication and fear the Lord and listen to the Lord as Noah and Abraham. You know what I'm saying? And Jacob and Isaac. Like, you got to be inspired by your history. You know what I'm saying? Let these things ring bells in your mind and keep them on your mind throughout your daily life. So be like, damn, I know back in past times, if I sleep with this brother's wife, I'm going to, not only is it very unbrotherly, but I will be put to death. And I don't want no brother to do that to me. So in the spirit of brotherhood, knowing my history, I'm not going to do that to no brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I fear the Lord, I'm not going to do that to no brother. This is the brotherhood class, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So y'all brothers need to, hey, look, like and share the class too. Subscribe to ISBK Sacramento and tune into these classes every week, man. These brothers do an excellent job holding these classes in. You know what I'm saying? And teaching you real brotherhood. Know your history, man. Tune in and learn something for once. A lot of people don't want to learn nothing. The school, like not that I was bringing out, the school forces you to learn what they want you to learn.
Right.
But you need to become willingly and learn the knowledge of the Lord, or it's gonna be to your death, man. It's not gonna be to your benefit. It's gonna be to your death. And us as a brothers, we trying to tell you otherwise. We don't want you to die. We want you to live. We want you to know that you come from greatness. You know what I'm saying? And when all odds were against you, you overcame. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get that. I ain't gonna
no, that's facts.
Damn right, I don't want you, man. Heavy points. And if I may, just a quick sidebar, right? Like how you were just saying, Karatazar, sir, like niggas need to go back into their history and actually learn who we was to see how we supposed to conduct ourselves in these times. And also, I challenge you all to do this too. Go learn the ways of your enemies so you can see that this same stuff is going on today. You understand?
Keep the same structure. It's been working for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why not? If you say, what's that saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? It's been working for them. Why would they change it up? You know what I mean?
Now that's heavy. You feel me? And then like with history books, you can look at TV shows and see that these heathens, they literally keep their same customs and it works for them. We need to go back into these scriptures and find our customs that work for us and continue to keep those law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us so he could fight for us. You understand? But Salaki, that's all I want to say out of one of you.
Yeah, I'm right. Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes.
And if I may too, sir, I know you finna get into him, Salaki. I don't want to correct his eye. I know you finna get into him, but I just want to break down this scripture just a little bit thoroughly. Like it's saying there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes. Man, this nigga was more wicked than the rest of them niggas that came before him. You understand? Like he had, like how you see a brother coming to the truth and he got the zeal to serve the Lord and put in a lot of work. Well, this damn devil had the same zeal that we gonna read about for Mattathias and the brothers in the nation of Israel, but he had that zeal to be a better conqueror, to keep his people on top and keep raping, robbing, and murdering people. That's why I say a wicked root. Antiochus named Epiphany. Like, this nigga was a wicked root. You understand? And what comes from a root? Fruits. You understand? And the fruits of his labor, you gonna see it's going to be all manner of evil and wickedness. Like the niggas that's gonna come after him, they gonna keep the torch going. Salaki, sir, go ahead.
And look, Karanyala, like you said, a brother had a real zeal. All Antiochus had and showed was the true spirit of the white man. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
He embodied the true spirit of our oppressors.
Damn right, sir.
Like he had the utmost zeal, and he wanted to be like his forefathers to the utmost. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as a brother who wants to be like my forefathers to the utmost, I have no problem with that. I'm ready to go to war with brothers like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather conquer people like that than conquer people that's willing to go down. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
It makes my victory up more better. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
So that's what this brother Maccabees did. You got to salute this brother. That's why it's a dedication to this brother every single goddamn year. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right, sir.
He conquered the spirit of Esau at its pinnacle and at its utmost zeal that Esau has. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Damn right, sir.
Yeah, no, and then like he said he was a wicked root came out of Antiochus, surname Epiphanes. You gotta just look at like this picture of like presidents. You know what I'm saying? Like Bush, he probably was bad to some people, but then Donald Trump came and there the whole world was, oh my God, he's evil.
Right.
This nigga doing this, he doing that. It was like that, except he was way evil than any president we've ever had.
Right.
This nigga was way evil than any president, nigga. So just put yourself in the shoes of your ancestors and imagine what they endured and had to go through. You know what I'm
saying? Donald Trump looked up to, what's his name? Andrew Jackson.
Right.
He looked up to people who, that's what I say they know their history and they embody that with them. Donald Trump even acknowledged Andrew Jackson, which we know in his truth is known as a Native American slayer or something like that.
Yeah, he a child molester. And he the one who led the trail. He was one of the people that
he started the Trail of Tears.
The Trail of Tears. God. You know what I'm saying? Killing, bashing babies' heads on rocks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's who Donald Trump wants to be like. That's why Donald Trump did what he did is towards the.
And if I may, Adamanya, I may, what you saying about Donald Trump and him looking at Andrew Jackson and his forefathers as basically like people to revere? That's what Make America Great is all about. Mm-hmm. Like, he's saying Make America Great because it was great when his people was slaughtering us. You understand? Right. Like he literally loves the fact that his people did exactly what they spirit put them on planet Earth for. I'm sorry, not what they spirit put them on planet Earth for, but what the Lord made their spirit to be is a wicked, evil bastard, and for them to conquer, rape, rob, and murder people. That's why Donald Trump made that Make America Great hat again, because he understands this is the spirit of his ancestors. And America was great when they was on top of the world doing all type of manner of evil to anybody that they pleased to. So, Lucky, that's all I want to say on that one, sir.
Yeah.
No, and then like what Krauts just said, like now I didn't even know that. Now it makes sense why he was doing what he was doing to his car, what he was doing to the Mexicans. Like, damn, nigga, you really did. And I forgot about Andrew Jackson, and you looking up to him. Now it all makes sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It all makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, or you walked away. Yeah, but then now it makes sense why Immigration Customs Enforcement is losing 1,500 kids. You know what I'm saying? Immigration Customs Enforcement got the little Hispanic babies and the Haitians at the goddamn border with tinfoil blankets. You know what I'm saying? They running from poverty and they running from hell in Ecuador and Venezuela. They running from poverty. It ain't just Issachar. It's all them tribes down there at the border. They running from poverty trying to get to America. You know what I'm saying? The Immigration Customs Enforcement is down there beating them, separating families, putting them in dog kennels. It's
raping them, killing them.
Right.
The same thing Andrew Jackson had going on. You gotta look like you gotta break down these words. You gotta listen to. I know Trump was like an entertainer type president. But you gotta break down these words. He gave tribute to Andrew Jackson for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then waged war on Hispanics for a reason.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It's like you gotta break these Edomites know their history. America looks up and acknowledges Alexander the Great for a reason.
Man.
And through some of the same social constructs that we have going on, that it shows that they idolize that man. And so we going through the same things. Like it says, like in the book of Ecclesiastes, ain't nothing new under the sun.
Right.
You think brothers wasn't struggling back then? We struggling now. You think brothers wasn't trying to tell brothers the truth back then in the time of Alexander?
Man.
See what I'm saying?
Damn
And
right.
it's the same thing now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Damn right. We'll keep reading this here. Son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Right.
And
If you Salakia, sir, if you want to, Baba Kashab, can you bring out the history that you got on Antiochus? Because I know what you got is heavy.
If I could we go a little bit more down, read a little bit more, then I'm gonna bring it in.
Come on. Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like the Adawan just said, bro, there is nothing new under the sun. Just like you got wicked house niggas, sellout niggas today. Yeah, you had house niggas and sellout niggas back then when we was being conquered by the Greeks. These same niggas, Martin Luther King, all these criminal court judges. You understand? All these Christian pastors. These same niggas was alive on planet Earth in a different body with the same spirit, and they had the same agenda. Look, let's go bow down and pledge our allegiance to these goddamn heathens and slave masters, so we could get a seat in their house. You understand? Let's basically forsake our laws and make a covenant with these damn heathens, because we going through hell right now, and we looking for the slave master to save us and have some type of mercy on us. These same type of niggas been around since before these times. Now you got niggas from when we left out of Egypt that want to go back to the flesh pots. They remembered the garlic and the celery that we was eating, being oppressed by these damn filthy stinking Hamites. You understand? Mm-hmm. Niggas keep having the same spirit over and over. Just like Mattathias and him and his sons, and how they wasn't going for this BS as far as us bowing down to these Greeks. Man, Mattathias and his sons is back on planet Earth. Commander General Yohana is a lead, Salakia, is a Benjamite, you understand? And he's basically taking on that same spirit, nigga. We ain't bowing down to these damn heathens and these oppressors. We rather die than eat a piece of pork. You understand? We them niggas that fled to the mountains with Mattathias to fight against these damn oppressors and get our damn kingdom back. You understand? Nigga, but Rocket Yahweh Yahweh shot, man.
Right. And if I could, these brothers is those quiet ones that are spoken of in the previous verses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These brothers was the ones that was quiet amongst the earth, and they have that. They the dogs with their tails tucked between their legs.
Right.
You know they the dogs with their tails tucked between their legs, and like he said, like they were the power. I ain't gonna get into Antiochus yet. I'm gonna let you keep reading. Slack it.
And if I may, like these wicked big hat, long suit, alligator, Easter pink gators went like these wicked niggas, man. Like bro, this nigga, like that, like the Christian. This is the spirit that Christianity want to put on black people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to put a soft, effeminate spirit on us. Man, God damn, stop. God damn, never mind, y'all. It's like somebody keep reading for me, Baba Kashab.
Yeah, Kyle Khan, no, just to pick it back off the other one I was saying, you feel me? Like this is your Creflo Dollars. This is that nigga Steve Harvey talking about, yeah, I don't care about slavery and woo whoop and all that. That was in the past, and these same type of niggas is persuading many. They persuading your granny to keep coming to that damn church and pay her tithes and keep eating them hog maws and all the abominations that's on her Thanksgiving dinner plate where her ankles is this damn big because these niggas ain't telling you the truth about you eating abominations. You understand? Right. These same wicked ass niggas, these niggas be the death of our people. They sit up here and want a position of power because they envy the oppressor. They choosing all of his damn ways and they making a covenant with him. These same house niggas been existing since Egypt. Like you had two brothers that was at strife with each other, and Moses was like, bro, y'all niggas need to chill, bro. We family, bro. They looked at that nigga like, man, who the hell is you to be a ruler and a judge over us? That's the spirit of Christianity. The spirit of Christianity is a nigga that'll tell you, how the hell can you tell me not to serve a white man if I want to? Right? Mm-hmm. Which is cowardice. Like you said, sir, them same niggas that was quiet. But Salaki, I'm gonna read a little bit more. So and then you tell me when you want to go in on Antiochus, sir.
Con. Go ahead.
Okay, come on. Verse 12. So this device pleased them well. Like when these niggas persuaded niggas, when these niggas persuaded other Israelites, this pleased other Israelites. Yeah, that makes sense. We should go ahead and make a covenant with these niggas so we can basically be cool, right? Mm-hmm. Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king who gave them license to do after ordinance of the heathen. And when it say these niggas were so forward therein, these niggas had the zeal to basically, they had so much zeal to be like these damn heathens. They went to the king and basically got a license to be able to do what the king wanted them to do. It's like a nigga going to go be a police officer knowing damn well. Huh? Salaki, sir, what'd you say?
I said they were the ultimate sellout. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like a nigga being a police officer or a politician in an organization that you know was built off of rape, robbing, murdering your people, but you want to be with these other customs of these heathens so much you actually go apply with the king to get a license to be able to be one of the top people to partake in this evil against your own people. You understand? Right. Like these niggas, these are the same sellout niggas that you got today in your churches, in your Muslim imam. These is all the same type of niggas that you got from the past today that then sold out their people in the time of the Greeks. Same niggas today that sit up here and tell you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. These half of homosexual ass niggas in these fraternities at these damn colleges. These are same niggas. So Lucky, let me verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. Now Salakia, if I may, right? Mm-hmm. A place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. A place of exercise, what you would call that today, is a gymnasium, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna read you the Greek definition of gymnasium. The word gymnasium is derived from gymnazo, meaning exercise, and gymnos, meaning naked or loin clothing, meaning niggas built a place to be able to indulge in all these Greek customs on a mass scale. This is where your Olympics come from today. This is why in the Olympics you see a sister doing what's it called, Salaki, sir, when they doing all the flips and stuff on the beams and stuff?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, right? If you look at them sisters that are doing acrobatics, they got the most slimmest, skimpiest clothes, damn near revealing everything on their body. Right. This literally comes from them Greeks, basically. And back then, in this book of Maccabees, them niggas was in there walking around butt naked. You understand? Like today, they get you so close to how it was back in those Greek customs. Like if you look at basketball, you see niggas just got shorts and a tank top on, and really nigga in the shorts was hella little.
Shorts this big.
Shorts that big, sir. You understand? And it say or loins clothes. That's boxing too. These niggas is in the ring with drawers on, bro, fighting each other. That's literally what's going on in the boxing ring. You understand? Like these niggas is damn near fully naked in full combat because these is Greek customs. If you want to say something, sir?
Con, if I could, they wanted look like it was kind of like when Israelites seen that this world power was coming to conquer them.
Right.
They was like, let's get with the cause. And just like today, like you have the Martin Luther King and the Jesse Jacksons and the people who did Malcolm X dirty and Marcus Garvey and stuff like that. These people seen that we can't stop them, right? So let's take on their ways. And what they do. The ways of America is really snakish, really sly, really sneaky. We throw a rock but hide our hand. The ways of the Greeks was really outlandish and blatant, so they made a whole building for it and let you come learn the ways of them. Let you learn how to be a faggot. Let you learn how to be a sports homosexual. Let you learn how to serve their gods and do it in the right way. You see what I'm saying? They fully committed themselves to take on them customs, and that's what this was talking about.
And Salakia too, if I may, sir. Another piece of that gymnasium word. It says gymnazo, meaning exercise, or gumnos, meaning naked or loin clothed. Nigga, that's wrestling. If you look at the wrestlers, like these niggas is in there in tights, like doing some suspect moves on each other, but they sitting up here trying to coach young Black and Latino, because I know we all watched wrestling as a kid. You understand? And they indoctrinate you to thinking like a wrestler is a man's man. Man, them niggas homosexuals. These niggas is literally in the ring with drawers on, grabbing on each other, oiled up like homosexuals.
Right. Don't no man want to sit up there and grab on another man in his drawers. That's a mental illness. You want to go ahead.
Yeah, no, and if I may, it said a place of exercise. You know what I'm saying? Gymnasium is a Greek word. You know what I'm saying? Like you just put out, and it means naked. You know what I'm saying? And like today, they're not naked, but they damn near. And like you said, that's why in wrestling you gotta have shorts on. Now, basketball you gotta have shorts, so you gotta be showing skin. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be having skin. But back then it wasn't like that. They was actually naked. You know what I'm saying? It was actually, and that was their culture. And that's why the same people is over sports in arenas today. That's all. That's why you go to Oakland, you want to see a game, you got to go to the Coliseum. You know what I'm saying? They had the Greeks is the one who created Coliseums. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who created that. And then they had Israelites in there that they had the Israelites that was afraid to go to war. They had them in there. Then these niggas raw. These niggas can jump high. What's that thing called? You can jump over the pole. You take the pole, run with it, and jump.
Pole.
Yeah, they can do that. These niggas fast. Whole time these niggas sitting there watching these niggas while they doing it naked. You know what I'm saying? But they was so already wrapped up in their culture, they didn't give a damn anyways.
Right.
Yeah. And but like that's why you gotta take your spirit back. And like, cause like this is the thing, like Christians are read Maccabees and they have promised that thing, I'll be just like those brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'll be just like what they did, what they said, agree with the heathen. Oh no, I would never do that. Like anytime you talking about history, black people think they would have been the person in history that was the hero. When really, nigga, we live in history right now and you the coward. Nigga, you smoking weed. Nigga, you at war. Nigga, you gang banging. Nigga, like you the coward in history. You not you wouldn't have been. Nigga, you the same person you was back then. You not the hero.
Well, like fake Israelites.
Right.
I'm down with God.
Right.
Dude, I was one of the hardest niggas in Israel. No,
right.
You was one of the fakest niggas in Israel.
Right, nigga. I would have followed Christ. I would have been following Christ. No, you wouldn't have been following Christ because the
Right.
ISUBK, we following Christ right now, and you coming up against us.
Right.
Nigga, you
Damn
won't
right.
even take a goddamn flyer. You won't even come to class. Nigga, you too busy trying to smoke weed. You'll watch us
Right.
on YouTube though. Go ahead, Most High Christ. Hopefully, then one day from watching us on YouTube, you actually come to class. You actually come to an event. You know what I'm saying? You actually go get a menorah and light some candles and remember the memorial of Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? Because Jesus Christ, like this is the thing, like Christians, they think they follow Christ. And
Right.
Christ, this nigga, it's like not this nigga, but Christ, our King, he celebrated Hanukkah. He celebrated the Feast of Dedication. You
Right.
Damn
understand?
right.
And that's another reason to prove that the Apocrypha is real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's another reason to prove that this book right here is what you should be reading as well, which has the history of the Greeks and Alexander the Great, because Christ celebrated the Feast of Dedication.
Should we
understand?
pull
How
it
the
for
hell?
him, Maltazar?
Yeah, go ahead, pull it. Nigga,
Should
how
we
the
pull it?
hell? Yeah, pull it, Baba Kashad.
John 10 and 22.
Yeah, John 10, 22. You know what
I
I'm saying?
grab it, sir.
Nigga, like how like you say you follow Christ. Christ, he celebrated the feast of dedications. The feast of dedications ain't in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? As far as the KJV that we have right now, it's not 1611. That the kid, if he celebrated the feast of dedication, that's not in nowhere in the Old Testament. So what the hell is he celebrating? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Christ followed the Old Testament. Why is the feast of dedication not mentioned in the Old Testament? It's
You
not
gotta have
mentioned
it.
because they
Gotta
took it
have
out.
it.
They took it out. They took it out for a reason, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Read that, Baba Kashad.
Come, sir. This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter.
You see
Verse,
that? It was at the feast of dedication, and it was winter. Keep going, Baba Kashad.
come, sir. Verse 23. And Yahushua walked in the temple in Solomon's porch.
Mm-hmm.
Verse
that in that?
24. Verse 24. Then it came the Jews round about him and said unto him, how long dost thou make us to doubt? If thou
Right.
be the Christ, tell us plainly.
Right. That was it on that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
Christ was on Solomon's porch. He celebrated the feast of dedication. You
Right.
understand? He doing exactly what the ISUBK doing. So for everybody who think they would have been following Christ and they would have been the heroes in history, why you ain't celebrating the feast of dedication?
Damn
Exactly.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't got your menorah lit and watching class and teaching class? Why you ain't doing it? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Christ did. Christ remembered the Maccabees. He remembered what the heathens did to Israel. And he remembered what we did to defend ourselves. He remembered all that, man. And he kept
Right.
that day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do in ISUBK, man. Just
That's
like how they just celebrated the Thanksgiving and all that, and they remembered them slaughtering 77 million Native American Indians. You understand? Within almost 100 years, man, we remember the Maccabees. You understand?
Damn right. Damn right, sir. Heavy out of Wanyum. Heavy. Like every time, you feel me? Like in this ISUP camp under Commander General Yana, man, niggas are scholars up in here. We know exactly what we talking about. You understand? And we is the same niggas that was hardcore back during these times of the Maccabees that wouldn't break being default to follow no damn heathen. You understand? Like this is why we so diligent about keeping these high holy days and these feast days and keeping our integrity intact. You understand? Because we still got that same warrior spirit, and we understand who we was in the past, as well as who we gonna be in the future, which is the rulers on planet Earth up under Yahweh Shai Mashiach. It's a lot, man.
Yep, damn right.
If we
Go ahead,
could,
sir.
can we get to verse 21? Then I'm gonna break down Antiochus.
Okay, come on.
What do we leave off at?
I
Exercise.
believe we at 15, sir.
All right, come on. Verse
Read
15.
14 one more time. Read 14 one more time.
All right, come on. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the custom of the heathen.
Right. We just broke down what that place of exercise was and the customs of the heathens. Continue, Baba Kashadawan.
And Salakia, one last little sidebar.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 10 and 2 tell you not to learn the way of the heathen.
Right.
Come,
Yeah,
come.
they say don't
I'm
learn
gonna
the
come
way the
back for you.
heathen. Now, these niggas built the exercise in Jerusalem. Nigga, like they did this in Jerusalem. That's like them doing that at headquarters. Nigga,
Right.
like, what are y'all doing? Like, what the hell are y'all doing? They did this at Jerusalem, bro. They did this at Jerusalem. That's crazy. And it said, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and
Mm.
joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief.
Hey, look.
Right. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Look.
Get in.
Somebody give me Baruch 4:1.
Yep.
Come, come, sir. I got you.
Look, like that means, and they sold themselves to do mischief. So what that mean? They was prostitutes. They was hired thugs, hired murderers, hired like they was anything that's man, I can't think of the word, but anything that has to do with monetary value to do wickedness, Israelites was
Right.
doing at that time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Nah,
So,
nah, that's heavy, sir. What you say, like this is literally what blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans do today. Like they sit up here on Instagram and social media and flaunt all their money, but literally, you literally sold yourself to do mischief.
right.
Like you got Megan Thee Stallion talking about hot girl summer, and her and Cardi B talking about wow, and these niggas making these songs about killing their own brothers and sleeping with their own brother wife just so they can make monetary gain off of basically like the struggle and poverty of their own people. This is literally the same thing. But Salaki, sir, you said Baruch 4:1.
Give me Baruch 4:1.
Khan. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 1 in the Apocrypha. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever. And they
Forever. Right?
Salaki,
Keep going.
Khan, sir. And they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
So we know what's going to happen to these Israelites at this point in time right now. They thinking that
Yeah,
they
right.
pleasing their oppressor. They thinking that they is glorifying their oppressor and doing the right thing by the ways of the world. They're going to die. You see what I'm saying? And we're trying to prevent that for our brothers and sisters in the world because we know all of us is deserving of death. You know what I'm saying? We done did stuff in the world that we deserve to die. But we done changed our ways and came back into the ways of the Lord, and it pleases him. So he had mercy on us. And we're trying to get you as a Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian to get that same mercy. Keep going.
Khan, verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk. Salaki, sir.
Keep going.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
This goes into Proverbs 6:23 when we talk about that light. The light is the law of the Lord. I'm paraphrasing, right? So walk in the light thereof is speaking of walk in the laws of the Lord, right? John, drop down to verse 4. That's where I want.
Khan, verse 4. O Israel, happy are we for things that...
So you gotta slow it down for me, Kareem.
My bad, sir.
Look, read it one more time.
Khan, sir. O Israel, happy are we.
Stop.
Good. Happy are we, Israelites. Keep going.
Right. Khan. For things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us.
For the things that are pleasing unto the Lord are made known unto us. And these Israelites speaking back in Maccabees forsook that, man. They threw that out the window. You see what I'm saying? Right. We should be happy that the ways of the Most High. Because look, if you read the prologue of Maccabees, the first chapter, it's a prayer. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the brother's asking for forgiveness. The brother's asking for help. The brother's like, I know I'm a wicked brother that deserves death, but I choose to serve you, Lord. And I'm thankful that you are a merciful God enough to forgive me.
Yeah, right.
So when you read this right here, when you read what the brothers was doing back in the times of Antiochus to please that damn wicked ass heathen, they forsook the things that are pleasing to the Lord. So what you think's gonna happen to them? Them brothers gonna fail. Them brothers gonna die. You see what I'm saying? Right. and it's all in the spirit of brotherhood. We want y'all to come back so y'all don't fail, so y'all don't die. You see what I'm saying? So you can receive that wonderful eternal blessing that the Lord promised to all of us, not just me. Christ ain't top dog. You see what I'm saying? I'm a humble servant of the Lord. I'm trying to teach you to be the same, brother. Nasazal trying to teach you to be the same. Koreana trying to teach you to be the same. You see what I'm saying? The Lord gave us things that the power of the whole world, universe, planet system, whatever you want to call it, that power gave you ways that will please Him on how you should live your life. Don't take that for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw it out the window like the brothers in Maccabees did. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's all I want to bring out on that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, damn right, sir. Heavy. And then, if I may, just a quick sidebar, I'm not going to be too long. Just how you said, like when we choose these law, statutes, and commandments, man, we choosing life. You understand? We choosing to get the blessings of the Lord. When you got brothers and sisters that sell themselves to do mischief, then you got situations like Young Dolph. Then you got situations like any other rapper that basically like made their fortune and fame off of selling themselves to do mischief. Them niggas always die fast. You understand? They don't get a chance to live a long life like the men and the women in the ISUPK up under Commander General Yohana. Because the scriptures say, if you keep the laws, the Lord is going to prolong your life. I'm paraphrasing. You feel me? So, and the scriptures also say that like how you said, sir, these law, statutes, and commandments are light. You understand? We don't want to live in darkness. We want to live long, prosperous lives and teach our children to live prosperous lives. We ain't trying to teach our children to sell themselves to do mischief, because like any street nigga know, you live in that street life, it's jail or death. You understand? And that's not really that's not just the street life. That's literally sinning against the Lord, which is going to get you jail or death. Salakia.
Right. Damn right.
And then too, it said these wicked men, they persuaded many to follow them.
Right.
It was just a few people. It was many people following them. Like, you know what? You right. I don't want to be under no strict authority. Or like, I want my kid to come on. I don't got to circumcise him. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to grow my beard out. You know what I'm saying? I think I look better with a shaved beard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to wear clothes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta cover my body up.
You know, sisters was loving that. I don't gotta wear clothes.
Man, sisters loving that. Man, they doing it right today.
Right.
Yeah, they doing it today. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That it pleased them to do that. A lot of people, if you got a way out, you ain't gonna fight your demons. You're gonna be like, man, look, they say I can do this, I'm gonna do that. These niggas went and got a license from the Greeks. Nigga, oh yeah, I can smoke weed. Yeah, I got a license to smoke weed. Right. Nigga, these niggas said, I got a cannabis card. Nigga, what you mean?
That's a cannabis card.
Yeah, I got a cannabis card. Right.
You know look, I got a prescription to get these opioids and these Percocets. You know what I'm saying? I got a prescription.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know we serve the living God. I know we ain't supposed to be doing this, but look though, I can take this fentanyl. I just watched on Vice last night in Canada. These niggas handing out fentanyl, heroin, and crystal meth.
What?
I'm gonna see y'all the video. They handed it out.
Like Halloween candy. Or
they handed it out. They on microphone saying, "Man, come get this. It's free and it's safe." I'm tired of our people dying on drugs. I'm tired. You're not gonna die off this because it's a certain amount mixed with this and that. I'm like, man, what is going on? This is in Canada. I seen the video. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm listening to it. I'll be playing little videos on Vice and it's trying to step my game up and stuff and knowledge. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, it ain't no way this is going on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If I may too, sir, right? Like they literally like it's a whole lot of rappers and entrepreneurs of our people that own cannabis clubs. Not just having a cannabis card to smoke. Like these niggas got licenses to sell drugs.
Listen.
They got
And this,
colleges
and
teaching
this
you
is
how to sell drugs.
right. And then
Wow.
this is the thing, nigga. Guess what? Like you just said, Burner, he is a correct. He the one who started cookies. This brother got cancer now.
Right.
Like he got cancer. You know what I'm saying? Because of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's why you gotta understand anything that the heathen offer you, man. Understand that it come with a price. It come with a fee, man. And 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be your life. You
Damn
understand?
right.
It's gonna be your
Yeah.
life. He tell you
Come
that
with the
yeah,
Lord.
he gonna give you that license to do all that, but he not control or he ain't got control over what the Lord really want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He can give you that license to be a homosexual. Yeah, 2 men can get married, and that's why I don't understand how sisters be calling the police all the time and wanting to get counsel from you know what I'm saying all these different people that's not in ISBK, and it's like especially the white man, they call the police and they expect him to be the mediator. They call the judge, they expect the judge to be the mediator, and these niggas then said 2 men can marry each other. How the hell is he gonna mediate? How is he gonna be a mediator to
Right.
your relationship? This nigga believe
Right.
2 men can have sex.
Right.
Right.
Nigga, he believed that. Like, come on, bro. Like we got us as black people gotta wake up. We gotta wake up, man.
Yeah, we
But
got to do more.
they was doing that in the time of the Greeks. They was doing that. They was doing that. Would you say Kratzakslagia?
I was gonna say, it might not be the same exact way as today, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same. It's the same spirit behind it. You see what I'm saying?
Come.
That's all I want to say.
Kind, sir.
Stop. I'm gonna start at what was he at 16? Oh no, 15. Stop. Slakia, y'all. Slakia. Stop. Read it for me, Baba Kashah.
Already.
Kind, sir. Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16. Now, when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion over 2 realms. Now, this same wicked dude, Antiochus, he didn't want to just reign in the region that he was reigning over. He wanted to go conquer Egypt too, right? Salakia. Verse 17. Wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy. Verse 18. And made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt. But Ptolemy was afraid of him and fled, and many were wounded to death. And a quick sidebar too. Ptolemy was another Edomite that basically got a part of Alexander the Great's kingdom as well. This wasn't no Hamite or no African that was ruling Egypt. This was another oppressor, basically about to get smashed on by his own brother. Just how you see, what's his name? Damn, what's the
like the Jewish man and the Germans. Like the Jewish man and the Germans.
The Jews and the Germans. Perfect example. The Russians and the Americans. Like these damn Edomites, they just want to kill. They don't give a damn who they kill. They want to kill. They gonna kill another white man. They gonna kill another heathen. They gonna kill one of us, or they gonna kill their goddamn selves. Like
right.
Verse 19. Thus they got the strong cities in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof. So Antiochus was successful in conquering Egypt over this other Edomite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again in the 143rd year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude. So after he conquered Egypt, and about 140 some years since the Greeks then had Alexander basically put them on the map, this nigga walked back from Egypt with all these with his whole army and went to go conquer our people. He went to Jerusalem and went to go smash on us next. You understand? Salaki. Verse 21. And he entered proudly into the sanctuary and took away the golden altar and the candlestick of light and all the vessels thereof. So this damn devil went into our temple and took all the gold statues. He took like we got this menorah right now as a memorial. You understand? But back then in those times, nigga, we had a 6-foot menorah made out of solid gold, as well as all the vessels on the high priest tables. You understand? That was of value to our people. This damn devil went into our kingdom, into our sanctuary, into our temple, and robbed us blind. And then Salakia, it said, yeah, and I'm gonna go to 22, sir, and I'm gonna let you do your thing. And the table of the shewbread, and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the veil, and the crowns, and the gold ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled off. Man, this cracker robbed us blind. Salaki, go ahead, sir.
Keep going to 24.
Come on, sir. Verse 23.
If I could, 25, if I could.
Come on, sir. Verse 23. He took also the silver and the gold and the precious vessels. Also, he took the hidden treasures which he found. Verse 24. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly. So this nigga left Egypt after he conquered Egypt, came into our homeland, smashed on us, robbed our temples, and took everything of value to us. Then this nigga went back into his own homeland. It was basically talking shit about him. Salakia, for my lack of better words. But he basically like, yeah, man, I took everything from them damn Israelites. Nigga, we got all they gold, we got all they silver. I done went up in a temple and basically nigga did whatever the hell I wanted to. Salakia,
and before you go on right quick, Salakia, right quick. And this was after we agreed to make a covenant with him.
That's
right.
That's exactly what
go ahead.
Go to 28. Go to 28. It's gonna. I was gonna bring out right at 28.
Count sir.
It's gonna say they were confused. Israel was confused. Right? Keep reading.
Right. Count, sir. Therefore, there was great mourning in Israel in every place where they were. And like you just said, sir, like nigga, we done already made a covenant with these damn devils. Now niggas is damn, why they do us like that? Right. Yeah, like it's literally the same thing as us coming and making amends with these damn devils and forgiving them for slavery, but then they still murdering our brothers in the streets. And now we going out and being confused and mourning about the next unarmed black man being smoked by a damn devil that got a gun in the bag. So like,
damn right.
Verse 26. So that the princes and elders mourned, and the virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of women were changed. This is the same thing that we got going on today on planet Earth. You got older men and young men literally like we in mourning. Every time we turn on the news, it's another young black man that got murdered by the police. You got our sisters that's sitting up here that's scared to let their sons walk outside the house because they know these damn oppressors got it out for us and they know they'll murder their baby boys. So like it. And it says, the virgins and young men were made feeble. Man, look, nigga, we sitting here, we trembling for our life in this damn kingdom. You understand? So like, let me look up that word feeble real quick, sir, Baba Kashab.
You know what I'm saying? And before, while you looking that up too, you know what I'm saying? This is after we made a covenant with them. This is after we agreed to it. You know what? We gonna live like the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 7:6, you are holy people. You know what I'm saying? Right. All people of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that we not equal to anybody. You understand? Right. Our culture comes before anybody. Our way of life comes before anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? We decided to leave our way of life. That's what he said. Well, that's why when like America, in order to come to America and be American, guess what you have to do? You got to leave your culture. You got to make yourself a second-class citizen. You understand? And that's what we decided to do in the time of the Greeks. We decided to leave our culture and our way of life that the Lord gave us to be Grecians. You understand? Out of fear. You understand? Out of lack of brotherhood. We decided to do that. Yatazak, stop. You know what I'm saying? We decided to do that. You understand? And that's why you gotta take your integrity to the grave with you. You can't compromise, man. You understand? Like the Christian church, they failed to give us the world and the light and the world that Christ died for, man. You understand?
Right,
With all the lies that they teach, they have failed to give us the world that Christ died for. Like Christ celebrated the feast of dedications. You know what I'm saying? And just a little sidebar, you need to stop. And just a little slack here. And just a little sidebar. Have you ever seen the movie Geronimo? Have y'all seen that movie? You know what I'm saying? About
hey,
the Native American
if
Indian?
I may, sir, remember I told you my sister, she literally had a child by some of his descendants. My nephew was related to them.
Yeah, Kyle, I remember you was telling me. Like
Right,
Geronimo, he was a Native American Indian that was hardcore. Like he was defeating the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? He
right,
was he wasn't going for no mess. He was defeating the oppressor. And then the only reason why they found him was able to kill him, you know what I'm saying, is because a Native American Indian told the oppressor where he was. He like, man, he
right,
over here. You know what I'm saying? He was dressed up like the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? He was fully acting like he was an oppressor. And then at the end of the movie, they killed him. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened when we read right now. They made a covenant with the Greeks. You know what I'm saying? And they married themselves to him, which Deuteronomy 7 tell you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to make no covenant. You ain't supposed to make an oath. You ain't supposed to swear. That's why you ain't supposed to be a police officer. That's why you ain't
right,
supposed to go to the military. You can't make an oath. You know what I'm saying? I swear to protect this country for both foreign and here over here. And you can't do that. You can't make a covenant with them. You know what I'm saying? We
right,
make covenants with the heathen, and our people get destroyed because of it. You know, so we give our daughters to them, and our people get destroyed because of it. We give our
right.
sons to them, and our people get destroyed because of it. Like, what's that sister name that went to the army? I forgot her name. Damn, I wish I remember her name right now.
The Hispanic sister?
Huh?
The Hispanic sister?
It was a Hispanic sister, and it was and it was a Judite sister. Both of them, you know what I'm saying? But they went to the army. You know what I'm saying? And man, they must have ran in that sister tent, raped her, sodomized her, broke her jaw, put an AR-15 in her hand, the barrel 18 inches long, and said that she blew her own head off. You know what I'm saying? That's why you shouldn't give your sons and your daughters to this kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's why the scripture said don't do that. You ain't supposed to make no covenant with them. You understand? Make a covenant with your God. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But the Christian church so goddamn evil with that long suit alligator. Man, look at man. Stay out the Christian church. Stay
damn
there.
right,
He failed to give us the world that Christ died for. He failed. He failed to teach us the Bible and to teach us how to live and govern our lives. You know what I'm saying? And in the return of it, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians end up getting destroyed. Like your Christian pastor, you need to stop. The Christian pastor got the same spirit these brothers got when making a covenant with the heathen. But like making a
right,
covenant with the heathen, sorry for being long winded. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, making a covenant with the heathen is saying that God loves everybody. We should all
basically,
come together and be one. After they
right,
didn't kill the 100 million of us just on the way over here, then after that hung you on trees from city to city, put
right,
abortion clinics in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Put guns in your neighborhood. Man, they did all this. They did all this, man. And then you still got Christian pastors are saying that, man, look at no. We need to forget all that. Let's come together and just be one. God loves everybody. That is an
right,
evil thing to tell people, man. Especially after we already been conquered. That is an evil thing to say. Like
right.
we spoils of war. You understand? And keep going, Baba Kasha. I'm gonna pull a precept after you get done.
Con. Just definition of the word feeble. Lacking physical strength, especially a result of age or illness. Similes: weak, weakly, weakened, faint, dim, weak, pale,
Stop.
cowardly, craven. Like what
Stop.
what what these damn heathens did to us, it made our young brothers and our young sisters weak. You understand? And it says, and the beauty of women was changed, meaning like our people started to follow after the customs of these nasty ass wicked Greek women and started wanting to look like these Greeks. Just like today, you got sisters that put blonde hair in their head. You understand? What the scriptures tell you, that is a genetic deficiency. You understand? You got sisters that want to dress like these heathens. You got sisters that put makeup on to make their face look like these heathens. You understand? Like this all wicked as hell. These is not the customs of our people. So like it. Verse 27. and every bridegroom took up lamentation. And a bridegroom is a man that's finna go marry a woman. Like this nigga's supposed to be happy that he's finna go take on a new wife and be able to start a family. Man, niggas is taking up lamentation at this time when they supposed to be in a joyous state of mind. And it says, and she that sitteth in the marriage chamber was in heaviness. And the sister that was in the marriage chamber about to go marry a brother that she actually has love for and she wants to marry, she in heaviness. You know why she in heaviness? Because niggas was getting slaughtered. That same nigga that she wanted to marry to be in that marriage chamber, that nigga was dead and in the grave. You understand? Salakia, verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. And like you just said, sir, like nigga, we took an oath to these people and made a covenant with these people, and they did us so vile and evil and disrespected us so much that niggas was walking around confused, like, damn, why would they do us like this? You understand? But go ahead, sir. Like that was 28. You feel me? Like, get down.
If I could, yeah. Like what Nazi was saying, how they did these things before they even came over here and conquered us, and we suffered still. You see what I'm saying? We suffered still at this time, and Israel, like, okay, we paid tribute to y'all. We did these things. We you know what I'm saying? We trying to show y'all that we trying to get down with y'all. And Antiochus said, nah, F all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. I'm going to conquer y'all. And when I read the history of Antiochus, it's going to show y'all that he wasn't satisfied on how he took Egypt. Egypt gave him too much of a fight. And how he conquered it at the end of the day. But while he conquered it, he wasn't satisfied. You see what I'm saying? So he came and took his anger out on us.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? That's in Esau's history books. You see what I'm saying? He came and took his anger out on us. And so we sitting back like, okay, I thought we did this. But no, it wasn't that. And ultimately, it was the spirit of the Lord, because the Lord wasn't satisfied with how you conformed your ways to serve these goddamn heathens. You see what I'm saying? The Lord wasn't satisfied with that. You had sisters who's getting married and brothers who getting married. She looking at society like, God damn, do I really want to raise a kid in this? Do I really want to be raised in this? You see what I'm saying? Like how you got sisters nowadays, like, damn, I got to worry for my son's life. I got to worry for my husband's life. I might be a single mother. You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
And this is the things that sisters had to go through back then. Virgins, young women, princes, our people of power in those days didn't have power. You see what I'm saying? They felt powerless. You see what I mean? And these are the things he was going through. And I'm going to get into Antiochus right now if I could. I know we don't got that much time.
Con, sir. Go ahead and do your thing.
Antiochus the fourth of Epiphanes meaning the mad. That's why when the Lord said, described him as the wicked root, his name Epiphanes or Epimanes means the mad in Greek. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna drop down, get to the meat of it. Antiochus is notable as the first successful usurper in the history of the Seleucid realm, and his rise to the power set a pattern for further attempts in subsequent generations after his own death, right? So he set a precedent for other people to follow after he died, right? And according to the authors, while Antiochus was busy in Egypt, rumors spread that he had been killed in Judea, and exposed high priest Jason gathered a force of 1,000 soldiers to make a surprise attack on Jerusalem. Right? And when the high priest appointed by Antiochus was forced to flee Jerusalem during a riot, King Antiochus returned from Egypt in 168 BC, enraged by his defeat, attacked Jerusalem and restored Menelaus, and then executed many Jews. So he was coming back from Egypt, people were
Damn.
spreading rumors that he had died. So he came back like, what the hell's going on? Like, I ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Right.
let me show them what I'm really about. And took out his anger on the Jews. You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
And also because if you read more on into the detail of it, it talks about how he wasn't satisfied with how Ptolemy put up a fight. So he came back and was like, I'm finna take over these Jews. Since y'all want to spread rumors and lies over here, I'm gonna show you that I'm actually real and in effect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when these things were happening, which it talks about in verses 22 through 28, and when these things were happening, reported to the king, he ordered his soldiers to cut down without mercy those whom they met and slay those who took refuge in their houses with a massacre of young and old, killing women and children, slaughtering the virgins and infants. In a space of 3 days, 80,000 were lost, 40,000 meeting a violent death, and the same number being sold into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Antiochus
Damn.
decided to side with the Hellenized Slakia. That might be jumping too far ahead. Yeah, I ain't gonna jump too far ahead. That's jumping too far ahead. But basically, what Antiochus did, he came and wanted to come and kill everybody. You see what I'm saying? He really did, and that's
Right.
why people were confused. We was like, "Damn, we thought we did was right by the so-called king of the land." And it backfired. It bit him it bit Israelites in the ass, if I could, select my word.
Right.
But it bit him in the ass. And they had to suffer for that. And that's why virgins, princes, old, young, bridegroom, and people who thought they had a good life were suffering in that time because it wasn't Antiochus wasn't on that type of time. He embodied the full spirit of the oppressor and wanted hell for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you read in the book of Psalms, and I ain't like it to be long-winded. You read in the book of Psalms how it talks about all nations came together to suffer their demise. And to know that back history, the book of Psalms, brothers at that time, they knew that if we keep this nation of people down, we will have power. We can decide who's the world power amongst us. But as long as we keep this nation down, Israelites, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, as long as we keep them down, we will have power. If we let them rule, ain't none of us gonna have power. You see what I'm saying? So we might as well agree to keep them down and settle our differences outside of this. And
Right.
Antiochus embodied that within himself. You see what I'm saying? He was like, okay, I'm gonna go to war with him. I know I can probably conquer Ptolemy, but I gotta make sure I keep my foot on these Jews' necks. I gotta make sure I keep my foot on their necks because if they come to power, then what I'm doing is in vain. You see what I'm saying? Because they know, like the world knows who your God is, Israelites.
Right.
The world knows who the most high power is. They know who he is. They keep you from knowing. And by them keeping you from knowing, they are executing the greatest war tactic ever. You see what I'm saying? They are executing the greatest war tactic ever. Like, I play the game all the time. You know what I'm saying? Brothers got their tactics on how they go about getting the dub. Esau's tactics about going about getting his dub over you constantly is keeping you from not knowing. And scriptures that Hosea 4:6, Jeremiah 4:22. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. My people are wise to do evil. Speaking in Jeremiah. Like these things, they are Sadish children. If you look at the word Sadish, that means stupid. Lord calling, he's like, my people are stupid. They don't understand. They can't read between the lines. You can't understand who's trying to attack you and who's trying to conquer you. You know what I'm saying? And by you not wanting to understand, speaking of in Proverbs, the second chapter, by you not seeking that wisdom, you not wanting to understand and overcome, you will be destroyed. You will suffer. You will go down. And like we speaking about in Maccabees chapter 1 and 28, you will be confused. You see what I'm saying? When you thought you was doing the right things, but you're not doing the right things according to the Lord. You're doing the right things according to your oppression. And at the end of the day, that's gonna be your downfall every single goddamn time. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna suffer every single time, and you're gonna die as a result of it. And you're gonna wonder why you're dying. It's because ultimately you're not serving the Lord. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
ultimately, you're not serving the Lord, and the Lord's not with you. And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Damn right. Most High in Christ. Okay, so if I may.
Go ahead, sir. Salaki.
We at the 2-hour mark, so you know what I'm saying? We get down there and tap in. More, what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end. I'll make sure I we left off on, and then we'll just start it from you, sir.
Khan. And then just for the viewers and stuff, man. What today? Like the Feast of Hanukkah is 7 days, right?
Right. 8, sir.
8 days, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When we go 8 days, we remember the Maccabees and what they did, man, under their oppression. You know what I'm saying? That's all. We light these candles, man, and we remember what they did to serve their God, man, and all that. So, man, we gonna keep it. This is the 3rd day. So we gonna keep it going for the rest of the week, man. So with that being said, we gonna end the class. Yahweh Shemel Shah Brakatah. We want one courtesy to the teacher. Yahweh Shemel Shah Brakatah. Men of Israel, one courtesy to the teacher. Yahweh Shemel Shah Brakatah.
Yahweh Shemel Shah Brakatah.
All right, Shalom on Christ.
Tune in next.